Okay, so here we have, well, it's a bit of a retro oddity. The Amstrad PCW 8256. The PCW in this case stood for Personal Computer Word Processor, because these were sold fundamentally as word processors, a unitasker of a machine, although in fact the software got stretched to everything from spreadsheets to games. Back in the day I had quite a few games for this particular machine because this one belongs to a family member of mine, still, after all these years. And it has the curious oddity of being only the second computer that my family owned. It's not exactly a speed demon by modern standards. You're talking a 4 MHz processor, and that 256 at the end of the name stands for the memory, and that's not in megabytes. Amstrad being Amstrad, of course, did everything as cheaply as possible, both to make it an affordable machine, to be fair, but also just because that way they can make more money. Alan Sugar's always kind of liked money. As a result, they use these rather curious 3-inch floppy disks, non-standard, naturally. Here for your excitement is a box which I discovered earlier has in fact pristine, never been used 3-inch floppies. Rare and exciting and unique and... okay, no, maybe not. The other interesting thing, of course, about this particular machine is it's been sitting up in a loft for at least the last 10 years. I'm quietly fairly confident it hasn't actually been switched on this century, so I really don't know what this is going to do. I have it plugged in, and I have the only bit of software I can find to hand, which is the not terribly exciting LocoScript word processor, because hey, this is a word processing computer. So let's see what happens. If this explodes in a shower of sparks, well, tell my wife I love her. Ah, reassuring disk sound. Oh, well, that's kind of promising. Interesting refresh rate and loading screens, and my goodness, it still works. I am pleasantly surprised that they built these more solidly than I thought. This, of course, does raise the problem of what am I actually going to do with a massively out-of-date, massively slow, word processing only computer, especially one without a printer.